Good morning, everyone. Let's rise and sing our patriotic song, America the Beautiful.
Lord, bless this gathering of fellow Rotarians today. Please help us to see those in need and give us the strength and wisdom to serve our community as we should. Help us to lift the burdens of others while we maintain the dignity of humankind. Soften our hearts to be sensitive and loving as we serve together as Rotarians. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Lexa is not here this morning for introductions of visitors and guests. So I'll just ask if we have any guests, would you please stand and introduce yourself? Megan, good to have you back with us again. Thank you. Dave.
Yes, I'm a guest of Lauderdale Hagen State Nickel. I was here as president for 3445. I was president, but I had every summer for the past in the Capitol.
I'd like to introduce my wife, Dina, so you guys give her sympathies later, okay?
Welcome to all of our guests and visitors, and Dave, glad to have you back with us as well. So I'll start this morning with just a few announcements. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone who participated in the Hillside School cleanup a week ago Saturday, I guess it was. We didn't meet last week except for the President's Day, so we haven't had an opportunity to thank everyone. And I'm sure I may miss a few, but Dee Ing, Lyanna Fenstermarker, Bob Goller, Gary Guthrie, Jim Palmquist, J.P. Raymond, Craig Reber, Gary Rohrbach, Bob Russ, Lexa Shopruss, Joanne Smythe, and myself. Thank you all for being there. We got a lot done in about an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours, something like that. So I know that the folks at Hillside were very appreciative, so thank you again for all of that. I'd like to just also thank Jeff McElhaney for arranging and organizing the Club Recognition Dinner at Bear Creek last week. It was a great venue, and the food was terrific, turnout was super, and it was a lot of fun to celebrate with all of you the accomplishments of the club this year. So, Jeff, thank you very much. Just a reminder to board members, immediately after this meeting will be our June board meeting, so let's stick around for that if you can, please. John, you want to make an announcement about the golf committee?
Sure. Golf committee's meeting next Monday, July 9th at 1033 South Cedar Crest. Well, the push will start, so we appreciate everyone's help. The raffle tickets are out. The flyers are out. So we need your help. This is a sizable event, and we need everyone's participation. If you're interested in joining the committee, we did get 2 new members this year, so any more will be welcomed. The more the merrier, sure. Any questions? See any of us? Steve won't be at the meeting on Monday, so it's 5:15. It'll be pretty quick.
Sorry, Bob.
I'm known to derail an agenda sometimes.
It is what it is.
I was also asked by Nicole Steyer to remind everyone just to circle dates. A couple months off already, but Wheel of Time will be serving breakfast again during that event at McCungy Memorial Park from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's the last full weekend of August, 24th, 25th, 26th, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I've done that for several years. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll have another good turnout for that. also a reminder, because of the holiday, we won't be meeting next Thursday. So we will be back here together for kickoff meeting of Rick's year on Thursday, July 12th. So enjoy the Independence Day holiday. We won't be here next Thursday. Any other announcements from anyone? Ralph?
Now the announcer, we won't have a meeting next week. I will be collecting food for the needy, but it will be on the 12th. So just to inform everybody, I'll be there on the 12th to collect food for the needy.
Thank you, Ralph. Gary?
As Bert said, thanks everyone who came out to Hillside School. I always appreciate it. I usually always have plenty of help, and that always makes things go much smoother and quicker. So again, thank you. Our next event, because we won't be here next Thursday, I just want to make everyone aware, we will be out at the Rememory Garden. I'll send an email out this weekend, which will be July 14th. We'll be out there trimming the rose bushes. We've done that 2 years in a row now. Again, same thing. I usually get a lot of people. It usually goes very quickly, and I know they're very appreciative, and it always looks good when we're done. 2, if you haven't heard, we didn't get the saplings in the ground yet. So, coming up with maybe a different game plan. So I'm going to work out a date. We might try to do this. They've done the site preparation at this point, so we won't need to do any trimming or cutting or removing anything. So we're just going to be strictly putting these saplings in the ground. So I'm thinking about trying to do something on a weeknight, like a 5:30, 6 o'clock. We should be able to get it done again in an hour, and maybe we could all circle back at a Funks or something like that, and have an adult beverage afterwards, so if that entices people to come out and help. Well, we can do before and after, we can meet there. Does it matter if the saplings are broken? So keep an open mind to that, I appreciate it. I'll get something out to the club and see when we can do that. I just gotta kind of coordinate it with the Wildlife Conservancy, but we should be able to get that done. But thanks everyone, I appreciate all the help.
Any other announcements? Okay, Moses, I think you have the raffle today.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
3140. 3140. Oh, is that a number?
Let me check my number first.
9140.
I know.
155.
Lucky 155.
That's really cute. Okay. Is it on TV? Did you try both of those pumpkins on your glass?
Lose your teeth.
This is very neat. Is it inside your money?
Moses, you're taking a long time to get this done.
Don't worry.
It's called stretch.
147.
147.
Believe that's me.
Oh, great.
That's a fine.
Kill. I should put it there.
You're the man.
Yeah, but I lost mine, so there's no number.
141.
That's me. How about that? You go all year. Last ticket at the last meeting.
Like a parting gift.
Thank you, Moses. Appreciate that. Okay, Sergeant Don, are you ready?
I believe I am. That came late, but we're excited to be here because of the meeting. So Chris, Dale, Jeff, they have already paid fines. Roger's missing a pin, he paid a fine. We have an undocumented person over here. There will be, this is a happy event. We're moving from, I don't know, we're moving from Bert to, never mind. All we're gonna do is, there will be no extemporaneous fines today. It's all gonna be happy dollars. Uh-oh, Dale has a question. Are you sure?
No, I'm just happy that Jeff McElhaney went through the stop sign there.
All right, good. So let's start with that. So I
have $5 for the 5 weeks I spent over in Prague. Had a great time over there, wonderful experience, very affordable. We also got down into Munich and Salzburg and Vienna. A very nice trip. I managed to make it to one Rotary Club meeting over there. It turns out there's 6 clubs in Prague. Only one of them is an English-speaking club, and that's the one I went to. They're very welcoming, and so we exchanged banners, and so I have that here for our collection. But it's good to be back, and I encourage you to check out Prague at some point.
I normally don't pay much attention to the Phillies, but I'm very pleased to see the Phillies beat the Yankees last night, which resulted in the Red Sox being back in first place, so yay, Phillies. And, Ron, you should find yourself for using the word extemporaneous.
Thank you. Since there are no extemporaneous fines, there won't be a fine this week.
Happy $20. Just happy to be back. I've been out for a little while, but happier to see my longtime friend Rick work through Rotary and then become our president for the next year.
That I put in already that turned out to be changed for Roger. My daughter-in-law made it through surgery on Tuesday, so everything is good there. Yes, Joe?
All right, I've got 6.2 happy dollars, and I'm going to round it to 10. You know, accountants don't like to round like that, but on what's today? Today's Thursday, right? So, Saturday, the magical number of 62 years old. And when you're 62, you get invited to a lot of nice things. I get invited to Legends of Allentown, which is and our own Christine Price. I don't see her here. They had a promotional thing last night that I went to. It was very nice. So I'm planning forward, but and I'm also going to take Social Security so I can use it while I still can. So 62, I guess, will be a good number.
No, I didn't get invited.
I have a happy daughter. We just came back from the Rotary International Convention in Toronto. Cindy was there, Bern was there, Dee, Gary. And I have to say, Rotarians, please, if you ever attend the Rotary International, you come back so inspired. Chris was also there. Hi, Chris. So inspired to see the work of Rotary all over the world. And what clubs are doing all over the world, it's just amazing. It just makes you feel so fortunate to be healthy and to be able to contribute in any way we can for the better of the world. And remember, there are people all over the world that are worse off than many of our poor people here. So please think internationally, nationally, internationally. So I encourage you to attend a Rotary convention.
Usually I talk about my granddaughter. I won't be talking about her today directly, but most of the people in the United States don't follow the World Cup. I only follow it because my son was a pretty good soccer player at Mayock High School. He's now been refereeing for 25 years in Berks County. He does about 6 games on Saturday and Sunday, and then some on Friday night. And as you know, my granddaughter is on the USA field hockey team for under 16. Now she's going for the under 19 team. But they were a week in Uruguay earlier this year, and she made some friends from Uruguay because in Uruguay all the people speak English as well as their own language. And so Uruguay was the very first country to hold the World Cup. And this year Uruguay beat the other 3 teams in their division, and they are now 3-0. They're going to the second round, and you know, happily they beat Russia, they beat Saudi Arabia, and they beat Egypt. So now they're going into the next round. So my granddaughter is doing pen pal back and forth with some of the girls she met in Uruguay. So that's I've been going, go Uruguay. I'm a Uruguay fan.
Lisa?
So, $20 I already gave it to Don. Made it successfully back from all the way from Rome Monaco, Pisa, whatever, and then in Barcelona. So talk about the World Cup. I didn't even know what the World Cup was until I was there, and we watched it in Barcelona. So out of all of those places, if you haven't been to Barcelona, it is a very cool place to make your visit. But we made that safely. Mike got pickpocketed in Rome on the metro the first night we were there, but other than that, it's all fine. Good to have a laptop and everything.
About 5 years ago, my wife and I, excuse me, this is just a reminder that
You should have to pay for that.
Yeah, that's a fine, Chris.
Are you calling him?
my wife asked me what I would think about her maybe applying to run as governor of the district. And I didn't think it was such a good idea. We were traveling a lot, and I thought it would interrupt our lives a bit. And then about 3 years ago, I thought about it, and I said, well, why don't you run for governor? And I had seen what a very good friend had done, and so that actually happened. And so I have $5 for those 5 years, and then I have another 5 because for the next year she's going to be so busy she won't be able to bug me about anything.
To have a happy dollar, I don't know how long ago it was, but it was an unfortunate day when Cindy walked into my office looking for a donation of some sort and wound up talking about the Rotary and got her in, and the rest is history. So congratulations.
I have a trivia dollar. It's great to see Dave Hinkle, but for those of you that did not put your cheaters on, and therefore can't read this list, you'll note, at least in the 18 years I've been here, Dave is the only Rotarian I can recall who's been president 2 years in a row, right? Right, Dave?
Roger
Since I've
was.
been here. I'll give you the fuck
Rick might be too.
Nice try.
Any more happiness? Back to you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. So we will turn now to our induction program. But before we install our new president and the officers and directors, I want to take just a moment to reflect on the year that will be coming to an end on June 30th. I want to thank all of you sincerely for the privilege of serving as your president this year. When Bill Erdman first approached me 3 years ago and said that the nominating committee wanted me to consider serving as president in 2017 and 2018, it seemed like a long way away. But I can tell you, with my year now almost over, I can tell you the time has passed a lot faster than you think. So at the club recognition dinner last week, I outlined a long list of organizations, both locally and internationally, that your work benefited this year. And I don't have time to read that whole list again this morning, but when I was reviewing the notes that I had through the year and all the trumpets that have been published to sort of get ready to put that list together, it was really amazing, frankly, to see how your gifts of time and talent and treasure profoundly affected the lives of so many people in our community and around the world. So you should be very proud of the work that you've done this year. It's had a major impact and truly did make a difference. I reviewed a bunch of numbers at the dinner last week as well, and you know, you all were complimented by how well the club has performed against the goals that were established at the beginning of the year. You've accomplished virtually all of them, and so that's proof again that you've been extremely busy and that you've managed to bring everything to the finish line in terrific fashion. You know, those goals had everything to do with membership, service, youth, our giving to the foundation, polio, shelter box. You can go down the list. It was a very long list. But you all worked and worked and gave, and ultimately you've achieved virtually all of those goals. So you are to be congratulated. You've been very busy. One thing I didn't mention last week that I should have is that our club will earn both the governor's citation and the presidential citation for this year. We'd actually accomplished everything needed for those citations several months ago. But we'll be receiving the governor's award tonight and in due course the presidential citation. So congratulations for that as well. It actually makes 3 years in a row for the presidential citation. So it was Sue's year, Jeff's year, and this year. So well done.
Setting a trend.
I have a lot of people to thank for any success that the club enjoyed this year. I brought these groups up at the dinner last week and offered some small gifts of appreciation. But I just want to say again, thank you to the executive committee, Rick and Steve and Alexa couldn't be with us today, and to the district leaders in our club, Cindy and Gary. You all provided so much advice and so much guidance and support. I really appreciate everything you guys did this year very, very much. Thank you. And to our officers and board members, thank you for all the work that you do. Some of it's behind the scenes, but your wise advice and counsel during our board deliberations was very, very valuable, and I really appreciate it very much. Thank you as well. To our committee chairs and our co-chairs, thank you as well. Your leadership is so important in making sure that the work of the club gets done. And I really, really appreciate all your efforts this year, particularly those of you who got involved in Make a Difference Day and served as temporary captains, if you will, chairs of Make a Difference Day committees. You really made a huge difference. So thanks so much to all of you as well. So those of you who are here today who weren't at the dinner last week, Steve and Dale, this is amongst the board and the committee chairs. So JP, John Chiska, John Zayitz. I have a few things up here that have your name on them. So I hope you will come up after the meeting and take the gift of appreciation that I have for you. I also have, for our new members that should join this year, we're very fortunate. We have 8 new members. 4 of you are here today. But I have a token of appreciation I'd like to give each of you as well. So on one side it is the logo for Rotary Making a Difference, the theme that President Ian Risley chose for this year. On the back is the 4-way test. So it's a very nice thing to keep with you, to remind you of the guiding principles of Rotary. And I have one of these for each of the new members this year. So Elijah's here today, Morgan is here today, Irv is here today, Diana is here today. And we'll make sure that the others get theirs as well. But please come up and get those in the meeting. Thank you for joining us in our club. Finally, to the membership at large, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your support and encouragement and suggestions and ideas and emails, and but most of all, your friendship. You made my job as president very easy. This club has so much structure and tradition and commitment that leading the club is easy work. And I really appreciate you all very, very much. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, with that, I'm going to turn the microphone over to our incoming district governor, Cindy Horman, to induct Rick as our new president.
So hello. I don't know if you really all realize how fortunate we are, okay, in a couple contexts. First, and as of tonight, I'm probably not going to be able to say this, our club is absolutely one of the best clubs, not only with our people, but with all the activities in Rotary that we participate in. We are so fortunate, and that's why we have a good time, and that's why we continue with our membership. But let's take our club out of context in a minute, because between last week and this week, we are part of something so much larger. Between last week and this week, over 35,000 clubs throughout the world with 1.2 million members completely changed. It goes smooth, it goes great, and we continue to do great things. So our club is super duper 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 above, but let's think that we're part of an organization that is above and beyond just our little group. But today's a special day because I would like to call up Rick Zayats. For those of you who don't know him, this is Rick Zayats. Look at, he's getting used to the handshake. There you go. Rick, the members of the Emmaus Rotary Club have elected you to be their leader this year. They have expressed their confidence in you, and you possess the abilities to carry out your duties. They also have the utmost confidence that you will continue the strong legacy of the leadership of the Emmaus Rotary Club and that the Emmaus Rotary Club has maintained in our community, in our district, and in the Rotary world. Got that?
I do.
So with that, it is with great honor that I administer this oath of office. Would you please raise your right hand and repeat after me? I, Rick Zayats, do solemnly swear
I, Rick Zayats, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of the President of the Emmaus Rotary Club,
the office of the President of the Emmaus Rotary Club,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
and I will, to the best of my ability,
give support and assistance
give support and assistance
to the District Governor and Rotary International,
to the District Governor and Rotary International,
and that I will uphold the Constitution and bylaws of the Emmaus Rotary Club.
and I will uphold the Constitution and the bylaws of the Emmaus Rotary Club.
Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you our new president, Rick Zayats. I thought I would get to stick Rick, and what does Bert says? Oh, I got a magnetic pin. So.
Thank you very much.
Stay right there, Rick. At this time, I'd like to invite up all of the officers and directors that will be incoming this year. As Roger Whitcomb is going to induct you. So Rick Zayats is already here. Steve Gould is our president-elect. Let's hear it for Steve. Our Vice President Lexa Shallcross could not be here today. I will be your immediate past president. Jim Palmquist is traveling back from the convention. He is our club secretary. Chris Wills is not able to be with us today. He will be treasurer. Don Bloss is our sergeant at arms. Thank you, Don. Four at-large members of the board of directors are Seal Birdsell, Valerie Deneen, Gary Guthrie, and Sal Verastro is the fourth. Unfortunately, Sal is not able to be here today. So, Roger, I will turn the microphone to you to administer the oath.
Thank you. Good morning, Rotarians.
Good morning.
Each year throughout the Rotary world, we choose leaders to guide our clubs, districts, and zones, which together do the work of our great organization. The strength of Rotary resides in the men and women who do the work and participate in the ideals of service. At this time, every Rotary club in the world is undergoing a transition to new leaders. The method, the smoothness with which this transition takes place each and every year is a hallmark of Rotary and a tribute to our past, present, and future leadership. I'll be finished in about 5 minutes. This time, the tradition is renewed and embraced once again. It's also a time when new ideals and visions emerge. So let's recognize and swear in the officers and board members of our new Rotary Club year. Would you please raise your right hand? I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution and bylaws of Rotary International.
that I will support the Constitution and bylaws of Rotary International.
Not that. And the Constitution and bylaws of the Emmaus Rotary Club.
The Constitution and bylaws of the Emmaus Rotary Club.
And I will faithfully perform the duties of the office
And I will faithfully perform the duties of the office
to which I have been elected,
to which I have been
to
elected,
the best of my abilities.
to the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You can all be seated. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to invite past President Sue Strader to the podium to undertake the passing of the gavel, an introduction of all of our past presidents.
The ceremony today, called Passing of the Gavel, is a celebration to support the incoming president of each new Rotary year that begins July the 1st. The Emmaus Rotary Club began serving the community on February the 22nd, 1926. Robert S. Stoneback was the first president in 1926 through 27. Today, 92 past presidents, including Bert, have served the Emmaus Rotary Club. Of the 92, 4 are women, starting with Seal Birdsell in 2001. Thank you, Seal. Sadly, this year we lost 2 of our past presidents, Carl Gingrich, who was president from 1982 to 83, and Larry Wingert from 2007 to 2008. At this time, I'll call the names of our past presidents who will stand in order of their service. Our first past president is Wilmer Schultz, 1964 through 65. Karl Franz, 1967 through 1968. Dale Trees, 1981 through 1982. Dale, if you don't mind holding up 2 cards, Gary Rohrbach would be your following president. 1988. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, sure.
Gary couldn't be here today, but he wanted to be recognized. Thank you. John, do you want to hold up 3 cards? Okay. John Zettelmoyer, 1989 through 1990. John also apologized for not being here. Roger Whitcomb, 1990 through 1992. Gordon Schantz, 1996 through 1997. Larry Delhagen, 1999 through 2000. Chris Wills, 2000-2001. Seal Birdsell, 2001-2002. Tom Devine, 2002-2003. Tom, 2003. Honorary member of our club. David Hinkle. Thank you, David, for being here in 2003 through 2005. 2005, 2006. Ralph Lewis, 2006, 2007. Rosina Devine, 2008, 2009. Rosina was going to try to be here but did not make it. J.P. Raynoff, 2009, 2010. Jeff Boyer, 2010, 2011. Woody, you know what's coming. Woody Rohrbach, 2011, 2012. Woody tells every new president that don't worry, it'll be over before you know it. I didn't believe him because I was the leap year, but it worked. It went fast. Cindy Horniman, 2012, 2013. Bill Erdman, 2013, 2014. Mark Rowan, 2014, 2015. And then I was 2015, 2016. Jeff McElhaney, 2016, 2017. And Bert Duran, 2017, 2018. At this time, we're going to do the honorable thing and pass the.
Gotta call Rick up over here. Gotta be able to pass it to him.
Rick, can everybody just kind of squeeze together a little bit?
We're gonna have to move back.
Surely they'll choke
You get a bit of.
You're gonna have to do pan and scan stuff.
Get a real camera.
If you're not standing up here, you know what that means.
You're next.
We're next.
Here we go. Everybody say Rotary.
Rotary.
Okay, here we go.
Would you all please be seated? Actually, hold on, we got something to say.
I'll just take the card.
Oh, she has to take the card.
Gotta recycle them.
Keep them in order.
It's quite a lineup.
It's a tradition that you get fined on the first day, that you take the gavel.
All right, good job.
And our club is so involved and it's really a special.
Wow, Sue, thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's the start of a new year, so I get to end this meeting. I want to thank everybody that came out, especially the past presidents. I really want to thank Bert for one heck of a year. He's done a fantastic job. As I said at the meeting last week, you are a tough act to follow, and unfortunately, I get to do that. So I appreciate everything he has done to show me the way, what Rotary has done to show me the way, and hopefully you guys will keep supporting me for the next year. So with that, if you'd all please stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remember there's a board meeting following, and thank you all, and have a great 4th of July holiday.
So you're gonna see much more of you.